my name is Marie-France Forcier. I'm Heidi Strauss.
안무가 장혜진입니다. 소매틱스와 트라우마에 관련돼서 하고 있는 거에 대한 궁금함과 또 관객을 포함시켜서 어떤 상호작용으로서 만남의 정동에 대해서 고민하는 그런 하이디의 부분과 이런 것들이 너무 자연스럽게 저의 호기심과 또 같이 배우고 싶은 마음을 불러일으켰던 것 같아요.
I think maybe the greatest key word would be trust. Trust of self, trust of the sort of archive of experience that we carry in our bodies, trust of the world around us, all of the things we don't know, all of the places we've never been, all of the things we will never know, that we can still move into spaces of unknowing and trust that we have the capacity to take care of ourselves and also be taken care of by the people around us. And if we treat it well enough, the world around us, the earth around us. And I think that the practice that we're developing and the collaboration that we're developing kind of brings a lot of those ideas together and allows us to trust each other in our own self-questioning and our own questioning of, in some ways, the purpose of the things that we make and the things that we do.
I had trauma as a younger adult, and I was a trained dancer at the time, and after I had trauma, shortly after, I stopped being able to dance properly. I stopped being able to dance the way I used to, so I lost my sense of my body, I didn't find my body again through dance, but I did through yoga and somatic practices like body-mind centering. I think that what that did is that allowed me for breathing and coming into the movement without being judgmental and too harsh on myself, but just sensing my body and accepting my body for what it is in time.
I mean, one of the things that I think is interesting about being in a space at any point in time is that you're always absorbing information and understanding and feeling from the people in the room or the situation that you're in. Like there's a constant kind of absorption that we're doing.
Railing, plant.
But there's also the aspect of sometimes not realizing where you are and having to leave a space or yourself in that space to back up and recognize where you've been or to see the journey that you're on, to almost gain perspective on yourself. And I know that's more like a cognitively understood idea, but I think that there's something in that that is important to me. And then from a physical perspective, I think there's just a sense of like opening that happens into the backspace when you're in a kind of walk backwards, where you end up being what supports you. Your own body becomes the thing that is supporting you. The thing that I feel was like attracted to initially in the idea of where to situate the experience were places that had a sort of defined path already, and that you could trace a way through an environment that would allow you to change your perspective. So to at first see something up close, and then to be able to see with a kind of a wider scope or a more broad scope, and then to change direction altogether, so that you were almost in a predetermined but set pathway that could take you to a place that would give you the gift of a greater perspective, visually at least, but perhaps because of that visual perspective, a way to be able to allow yourself to see or think, or allow your mind to go into a place that might be different from where you started, or arouse or elicit different ways of sort of opening thinking.
제가 이런 프랙티스를 캐나다에서도 했었고 또 지금 이제 한국 서울에서도 했는데 나누고 싶은 게 굉장히 달랐어요. 거기서는 감각을 열고 되게 직관적으로 움직이고 또 다른 어떤 관점을 가지고 인식을 확장하고 이런 게 정말 저의 주 관심사였는데, 한국에 돌아왔는데 마치 그 코로나 때처럼 다양한 감각에 다르게 반응한다면, 그렇다면 이 뒤로 걷기라는 것 안에서는 얼마나 또 다양한 감각이 자극으로 다가올 수 있을까라는 질문이 좀 컸고, 그 자체가 제가 어떤 특수한 감각을 나누고 싶었다기보다는 어떠한 감각이 그들에게 다가오는지 알고 싶었던 것 같아요.
The person who was doing the backwards walking and the contemplating was having an experience that was hosted by someone who was navigating or who was mediating having to take care of someone in their front space, being invisible, but also going backwards themselves as a way to, they were going the direction that their person was going. So I think that that speaks to me in the sense that in order for someone to have a full experience, like the cost, essentially, like it spoke to me of the cost of care, of genuine care, and having small children, and like feeling that I never have time for contemplation, but I'm always either with the undergraduate students that I work with or my own children. It's never about me. It's always about making sure that they have that space. And I felt seen and recognized in that. But on the flip side, when we've been doing the practice on our own and I've been doing the walking backwards, that's when I felt the most free and calm and associative in a good way in terms of insight. So I think that both speak to me in their contrast.
신경은 하나입니다, 사실.
I will do the full introduction. So on the screen, 김남 선생님, 마리 프랑스 보이실 거고요. Here's Marie France.
Hello, nice meeting you. Thank you for being here.
그리고 여기 하이디 스트라우스도 보이실 거예요.
네, 안녕하세요. 네. 그 부분에서 사실 제가 집에서 설거지를 많이 하거든요. 이렇게 기름으로 이렇게 튀긴 음식을 담은 그릇을 닦을 때면은 항상 그 퐁퐁 같은 세제를 씁니다. 어느 날 제가 세제 용기를 봤는데 거기 계면 활성제라고 적힌 거를 봤어요. 계면 활성이란 말은 굉장히 흥미로운 말인데요. 경계면을 활성화시킨다. 그러니까 기름이 이렇게 묻어 있는 세계하고 그냥 물만 있는 그 세계 둘 사이를 서로 소통할 수 있도록 활성화시키는 거거든요. 팽윤이라는 표현이 있어요. 분자가 이렇게 팽창하면서 하나씩 그 분자들이 팽창하면서 빛이 나는 현상입니다. 그래서 기름 분자하고 물 분자가 결합을 해서 떨어져 가지고 하수구 아래로 사라지는 현상이거든요. 팽윤이라는 말이 사실 메타포예요. 두 세계가 이렇게 접촉을 할 때 항상 어컬처레이션, 문화 접변이라는 것이 순조롭게 일어나지 않기 때문에 그 진입할 때에 일단 이스트 롱 빵처럼 이렇게 부풀어 오르는 현상이 생겨요.
신경 다양성에 대한 질문, 고민은 사실 코로나 때 좀 시작이 되었어요. 어떤 사회적 거리두기라든지 격리라든지 감수해야 되는 공동의 상황이 펼쳐졌을 때 각자의 신체의 신경계나 마음이나 몸에서 다른 일들이 일어나는지에 대한 관심이 되게 깊어졌던 것 같아요. 누군가는 굉장히 편안하고 누군가는 아무것도 느끼지 않고 누군가는 화가 나 있고 누군가는 격리할 집이 없고 굉장히 여러 가지 질문들, 그 차이와 다름에 대한 질문이 좀 고통스럽게까지 좀 다가왔어요.